The university is now requiring the COVID booster for all students, staff, and faculty.
And it is finally time for finals.
Thank you, everyone. So this weekend, we can expect some snow on Saturday, and we can actually see some warmer temps coming in next week. We can see some 60s in the midweek next week around Wednesday, and we can actually expect some severe weather tomorrow to the south of us around southern Illinois. Back to you, Daniel and Colton.
We have that and more. This edition of 15 News at 5 starts right now. Thank you for joining us on 15 News at 5. I'm Daniel Murphy.
And I'm Kolton Woods.
Finals are upon us after a long fall semester. They will start Monday, December 13th, and end on Thursday, December 16th. Friday, December 17th, residence halls will be closing at noon, and students will need to be moved out by then, unless extended stay housing has been requested and approved. Students will not be able to move back into the dorms until January 9th at noon. Sunday, December 19th will be commencement starting at 2:30. Final grades are due by Monday, December 20th at noon.
Valparaiso University will be requiring students, staff, and faculty to receive their COVID-19 booster by February 28th. Students who are already eligible for the booster should try to receive it over winter break. Those who will become eligible for the booster after they come back from break will have the option to receive it from shot clinics the university will be holding in January and February. Booster shots are available with no out-of-pocket costs at Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, Target, and Meijer. Students will need to upload their booster documentation in the same place where the flu shot information was uploaded at the Valpo vaccine verification portal. Students who have already received an approved university exemption may maintain the exemption, but they will still be required to wear masks at all times and will be subjected to regular testing. Students who will not be eligible to receive their booster by February 28th will need to get it within 10 days of eligibility and report it to the university portal.
Do you know Santa? Buddy Elf sure does. Valparaiso University Programming Council is selling tickets to go see Elf the Musical. Based on the movie, Elf the Musical is about a human named Buddy that was raised by elves and is trying to find his dad in New York City. The tickets for the December 10th showing at the Wagon Wheel Center for the Arts. Valpo UPC will be providing transportation to and from the event. Plan on meeting outside of the cafe at 4:30 on December 10th. Tickets are $5 and include both the ticket and transportation. You can pick up tickets at the welcome desk.
This past week, a Valpo professor spoke at a nationally acclaimed conference at Harvard University. Professor George Petit spoke at his doctoral alma mater on Thursday, December 2nd, at a colloquium on South Asian religion. Petit being one of the only few professors in the U.S. that is fluent in Malayalam, a Dravidian language used in South Indian Hindu practices, spoke on space, bodies, and procession. His lecture dove into the interchange of ritual space and the circularity between the worshipped deity and the practitioners. His colleagues and former professors stated that he set the bar very high for presentations and that through his words, it seemed as if they were there. Pati's goal is to transport his audience into the subject matter he is discussing in order to find new ways to connect ideas. You can take one of Professor Pati's religion classes at Valpo next semester and gain some insight into his work, or you can look for one of the new books regarding religion and the body coming out in 2022.
On the afternoon of Tuesday, November 30th, there was an explosion at the Cleveland Cliffs Mills steel plant near Burns Harbor. There was some shaking and rumbling felt at nearby communities. If you went outside and saw a red cloud, well, that was the result of burning iron. Some students saw the cloud in the sky on campus and sent us the photos that they took of it. It took local fire crews about 2 hours to extinguish the fires that span the 90,000 square feet. No injuries or deaths were reported. The cause of the explosion still remains under investigation.
This week's poll is out. What are you most excited for Christmas? Spending time with family, giving gifts, celebrating yearly traditions, or decorating? Head on over to our Twitter page after the broadcast to cast your vote. We have 15 weather Alan Marvel in the studio. So Alan, are we really going to reach temperatures in the 60s next week?
Thanks, Colton. We actually are. Taking a look right now at our live look, we can see it is already dark outside, which means it is winter time when it's dark around 4 o'clock every day. But we can see it's a pretty clear evening looking right now. As we look at radar, we can see we have no rain in our regional area, but that will change with this upcoming weekend as we are expected to see some heavy rain and actually some snow on Saturday. If we take a look at our current temps, we can see currently in Valparaiso it is 42 degrees. Over in Chicago O'Hare it is 45, and in Joliet it is still 45 as well. We can expect to see our temperatures cool off in the next few days, but then warm up next week into the 60s like Colton mentioned. Taking a look at our current wind speeds, we can see it's currently 5 miles per hour in Valparaiso. It is calm over in Rockford, and it's actually 3 down in Springfield. With these lower wind speeds, we actually haven't had that much colder of a wind chill today, which is actually nice after this past week when we've expected some colder temperatures because of some higher wind speeds. Back to you, Daniel and Cole.
Thanks, Alan. Strong winds took a bus driver by surprise.
And a car fell into the river by Niagara Falls. Stick with us.
Heavy winds in Middle Tennessee flipped over a school bus Monday, with the driver still inside. When Don Robinson went to warm up his bus and prepare for the route, he noticed it started to shake. That's when strong winds flipped it over, trapping him inside after a large camper was blown on top.
Thank the good Lord for I'm still here. That's the main thing. I lost a couple of my horses died. I lost them and everything. I got a lot of damage around and stuff like that. But you know, it's just what it is. That's just part of life, I guess. That's what we had to deal with. So I just thank the good Lord that I'm still here.
Robinson compared the school bus being tossed in the wind to a county fair ride, saying he just held on and waited until the action was over.
A car fell into the river leading to Niagara Falls on Wednesday.
There was no movement since the time our patrols arrived on scene. There was no movement of that female operator.
The New York State Police Swiftwater Rescue Team was not able to enter the frigid waters to try to reach the vehicle, which was submerged just 50 yards from the brink of the falls. So police called in the U.S. Coast Guard, which lowered a Coast Guard member to the vehicle to recover the body inside.
The Coast Guard and their helicopter and rescue swimmer came out and was able to make a recovery of that operator. We have never had a vehicle in the water this close to the brink.
New York State Park Police Captain Christopher Rolla says investigators were able to determine the owner of the vehicle and that she was the only person inside by sending a drone to hover around the car. Rolla says the car entered between the pedestrian and the vehicle bridge to Goat Island.
The investigation into the reason the female driver went into the river is still ongoing.
'Tis the season for good tidings, and what better way to share than with a Christmas card? Thursday is National Christmas Card Day. The modern Christmas card was created in 1843, and it showed a family raising a toast, and it was meant to encourage people to use the new British Postal Service. Then in 1875, a German printer started mass-producing cards, making them affordable. And in the early 20th century, the Hall brothers opened Hallmark, exploding the Christmas card tradition in the U.S. If you haven't sent out a Christmas card yet this year, there's still some time. Grab some paper and markers and write a note to a loved one.
Elementary school students are forming a special bond with School Therapy Dog while learning to read and write. Rex means so much to them. The kids are writing him letters and dropping them off in his own mailbox. Kelly Rinke has the story out of Arapahoe County, Texas.
Usually kids don't like books with no pictures.
Learning at school is more than reading books. Lessons can even come from someone other than a teacher.
I would let Rex read, but we might be here for a while.
Without words, Rex is helping kids at Ford Elementary in Littleton.
No matter what.
He's their favorite guest during reading time and favorite subject in writing.
I'm holding a note that I made to Rex. You are very cute. You are the best police dog. We love you. You help us so much.
Dozens of students are writing letters to the school's therapy dog.
Yeah, we put it in Rex's mailbox. There is a slot in the mailbox and you put your card in there.
Over 50 cards have been dropped off for Rex. Sweet messages that teach us he's more than just a dog.
We may have a kid who's upset or in crisis, and Rex does a really good job of calming them down too. When I see a kid interact with Rex, they might say something like, "This is the best part of my day."
John Gray is Rex's handler. He started bringing the dog to schools in Littleton this year.
Yay, Rexy, Rexy, Rex.
The 9-month-old puppy is so popular. Everyone wants to be with him at lunch.
It's getting really crowded.
But extra time with Rex comes with learning more life lessons.
We really work hard to not only teach what expected and positive behaviors are, but also reward those. And Rex has been a huge part of that.
Teresa Burden is the principal at Ford Elementary.
There you go.
She says one of the most popular rewards for good behavior is lunch with Rex.
Yay! They know that he's there for them when it doesn't seem like anyone else understands.
On a tough day, this friendship means so much.
He might get a lot bigger. What do you think?
A young pup comforting students who are growing up too.
What do you guys got going the rest of the day?
Kelly Rinke, 9 News.
Gingerbread.
Coming up after the break, Ellen Marvel will have your full forecast.
And we'll take a look at this past week's Valpo sports. Stick with us.
Taking a look at our future temps, we can see that over the next couple of days and early in tomorrow morning, we can see we drop down to those low 30s and the high 20 temperatures with 31 in Valparaiso, 27 in Romeoville, and 26 all the way over in Peru. As we continue throughout our Friday and into our Saturday hours, we can see even on Sunday that we warm up a little bit, but then we cool back down into those low temps again with 30 in Valparaiso, 30 in Kankakee, and 29 all the way over in Joliet. But as we head into our week next week, we can see that we warm up just a little bit on Sunday with 41 in Valparaiso. And as we go into our future radar, we can see that we can get some rain expected tomorrow evening around 4 o'clock. And that'll bring us some heavier showers, which will make the road a little slick, so be careful when you're out driving. As we go into Saturday, we can see that as that rain moves forward into our area, we can actually expect some snow early Saturday morning around 7:30 before those temps warm above freezing. And then as we go throughout our Saturday and into our Sunday, we can see that as the week starts, we stay pretty clear. And then we get some cloud cover in around Tuesday, and we can actually expect some rain again on Tuesday around 10:30 at night, which will move into Wednesday. As we continue throughout our week, we can see that the rain starts to move out our area, and we just have some cloud cover going into the rest of our finals week, so everyone can hopefully have safe travels home. As we take a look at future rainfall, we can see we have actually an enhanced risk down in southern Illinois and southwestern Missouri and Arkansas and Kentucky. And we can expect some strong storms there tomorrow with some little bit of rain. We can actually expect higher rainfalls in Chicago with around 3/4 of an inch over the next couple of hours. And then looking at tonight, we can see we have a low of 33, partly cloudy skies. And tomorrow we can expect a high of 50 degrees with a 90% chance of rain. If we take a look at our 7-day forecast, we can see we're expecting some rain on Friday and actually expect a 40% chance of snow on Saturday with those low temps dropping into the mid-20s. But then we can expect some sun throughout the rest of the week until we get back into Wednesday with a 30% chance of rain. But there are those 60-degree temps Kolton mentioned earlier, and we can expect to see those for a couple of days. Back to you, Daniel and Kolton.
Thanks, Alan. After the break, we'll have a recap of this past week's sports.
Your Valparaiso University Beacons must be butter because they've been on a roll with these past few games, with multiple teams recording back-to-back wins. The past couple of weeks have seen the ARC host the National Invitational Volleyball Conference Tournament for the first time in program history, marking the 8th time the women's volleyball team has made the postseason. Your Beacons have been a dominant force in the tournament, so far winning against Butler, Toledo, Evansville, all in 3 straight sets each. The win against Evansville this past Monday gave Valpo its most postseason wins in program history, and also sent them to the semifinal against the Yukon Huskies. Freshman Elise Swistek came up big in the matchup against the Purple Aces, notching 3 kills during 1 set of the frame. Fifth-year senior Peyton McCarthy locked down Evansville with a pair of rejections as well. Tickets are available at the Arc and online for the women's next match this Friday. Men's basketball saw the return of the King this past Tuesday as the Beacons welcomed Wisconsin transfer Kobe King. King and the Beacons faced off against the East-West University Phantoms in a blowout win of 101-58 at home in the Arc. Due to King signing an agent in an attempt to enter the NBA G League, he had to sit the first 9 games of the season out, according to NCAA protocol. However, the crown still seemed to fit as King recorded 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists in his first basketball game since January 2020. Winning the past 4 games of 5 games, the Beacons showed no signs of slowing down against the Phantoms, with everyone chipping in on scoring. 6th-year senior Trevor Anderson kicked off the night with an edge 3-pointer, shortly followed by a Kobe King dunk and a Sheldon Edwards bank shot early in the half. There was no looking back as the Beacons routed the Phantoms for the rest of the game, bringing them to 500 overall on the season. Be on the lookout for more exciting Beacon basketball and volleyball moments as basketball take on South Dakota tomorrow. Men's basketball hosts Charlotte and women's volleyball faces UConn in their semifinals this Friday at 7 p.m. Go Beacons!
Basketball's been really killing it this year, and I mean, volleyball's just been on a hot streak too.
Absolutely, we got to see our women's volleyball team just dominating. I hope everyone's getting excited for that game tomorrow night. It'll be a big game, especially for Valpo sports.
For sure.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. After the break, we'll have a final look at the weather, and it's someone's special birthday today.
Looking at this weekend, we can expect to see some slush when we have some rain on Friday and some snow actually on Saturday. But look forward to next week when we can see those temps get back into the 60s.
Thanks, Alan. Hey, I have a question for you. This one came in from a viewer. What are you looking forward to the most in winter break?
I'm actually excited to actually go home for like a longer period of time and get to see my family and friends. Like over Thanksgiving, it kind of felt a little rushed, but having almost 3 weeks to a month should be a little bit better when spending time with friends and family.
I think we all get a nice, well-deserved moment of rest before we head into our second semester back with classes. Don't you guys think that?
Totally agree.
But today we do have someone special's birthday today. It's Kolton's birthday, actually.
Yay!
And, yeah. Happy birthday, Colt.
Happy birthday, Colton.
Thank you, thank you.
He is 20.
Yeah, just turned big 2-0.
Feels weird, but I'm excited to hang out with friends tonight and just enjoy the rest of my day.
Well, I know from all of us here at VUTV, we are wishing you the happiest of birthdays.
Thank you.
If you have a question for us, send it our way on Facebook or Twitter, and we might answer it. You can send screenshots of forums, questions you've been asked, or questions that you have yourself. From all of us here at VUTV, thank you so much for joining us this semester. We'll see you next year on 15 News.